four-time Miss Olympia Jay Cutler. Welcome to my channel, Jay Cutler TV, and make sure to stay in tune with the newest and updated videos. Subscribe below, guys. Thank you so much for following along.
Every day is another opportunity to get stronger and be better than you were yesterday. Who's your biggest competition? You are. Get up, show up, and do work. We strive to represent hard work, dedication, and passion for every athlete. Developed for athletes who demand nothing but the best. Our supplements contain no proprietary blends or artificial colors. So what you see is what you get. Your pain today will be your strength tomorrow. Bar Nutrition. Defy your limits.
Right. Shoulder day with Big D.
Shoulder day.
That's right.
I like when it's on Friday because it's just, now that I'm done working, it's just workout and do nothing else.
That's right.
Use that pig right there.
Is that Jimmy?
That's Pete.
Oh yeah, I saw him this morning.
He's doing the Legion.
I know.
He's going to Tokyo too. Who's this pig? Always working. See that? That was funny. You knew he would do that.
There she is. Alright, this is serious now. No more fucking around.
Right.
Boom.
Put the camera down a little bit.
See?
You
So
gotta
I
put
told
it down a little
look,
bit.
you come back here.
I thought you moved away
Dude,
from
he
here.
comes in-
You gotta angle it down.
You come in here, he comes in here for one day, and he's already talking more shit again. That's how you gotta love it.
Look at him. I thought you
Wait,
moved.
do I look taller?
How are you, Big John? Good to see you, buddy. Big as ever. Big John Ward. There you go.
Ryan.
Talking
Cameo.
about you.
Yeah.
I know we were.
Competing. That's what he has.
We need the scoop on Jay Cutler TV. Come on,
Next
spill the
year,
beat.
probably USA next year.
Yeah. You know you could have won last year if you did it. Sorry.
I think it's got you moved though, right?
Yeah, I moved to Dallas.
I know. Do you like it there?
I love it there.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Good.
I love it. Sit down for the weekend.
Yeah.
But
Is it
yeah, I love
friends?
Dallas.
Yeah.
Yeah, family's still here.
Family? Okay.
So, but everything's bigger in Texas, so I had to get out there.
Yeah.
And everything's going good. Just the
Good.
move took a little bit out of me, so
Yeah.
just regrouping and trying to put some size on.
Yeah, I think it's working.
Yeah, I'm
You're
trying.
looking good.
Almost 315 right now.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Good to see you, Big John.
That's
Everyone
until
good?
he just post workout. Then he's
Right, then he comes up.
Good to see you, man.
All right, brother.
Big D, you get some champions.
Yeah, we got a lot
in
of
your
world
place.
gym champions. We got Danny Union doing classic physique, but we also got Fetty Mo, one of the 619 muscle athletes. She
Boom.
won the,
You look
Ringo
good,
last
man.
year. She's got 2 weeks out for the Olympia.
Wow.
How you feeling, big boy?
I feel good actually. At this point in time, it's probably the biggest and the leanest I've ever been. I think I'm pretty much ready to get into the show and see what I can do.
You gonna make top 5?
Yeah, I mean,
You gonna make top 5?
that's definitely the
say
goal.
Say it. You're on
Definitely
GTV.
gonna make the top 5.
There you go. All right.
Definitely
Now
gonna
say
make the top
it.
5.
Is it your first Olympia?
It's my first one. It's actually my
great.
first year competing.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
How old are you?
28.
Wow.
How many shows have you
That's
done?
awesome.
9.
Wow.
9 shows, 4 pro shows and 5 empty.
9 shows, he's at the Olympia already.
Yeah.
That's
We
awesome.
got a lot of young guys like coming in. Pete DeVille's a lot of good young guys coming up with men's physique classics. He's got like 2 or 3 classic pros that are actually just won at the USA's recently. We got Danny Unit who's doing classics. So we got a great bunch of girls and guys down here, all young, hungry lions. That's what keeps me young when I see these guys.
I know, right? He's got a really classic body too. You think maybe you'd like to move up to classic, or?
I don't know. I mean, we'll see in the next
He
couple
hits
years.
about it once in a while. We see him hit a couple backdoor biceps once in a while.
He's got a great structure, man.
I want to see what I can do in men's physique.
Totally get it.
Once I either I fall out of that category or I just can't do it no more. Then I'll try to move up.
Yeah. Well, you have no weight class.
He's
So.
a baby. He's young. He's got a long time.
I know, man. You're a baby, 28 years old. I'd kill to be 28.
I'd be killed to be 30. What are you talking about?
Good luck in 2 weeks, man. You look unbelievable. Yeah, very cool. All right, Big D. So I wanted to take this minute right after the workout to talk about Invigorate, which is, you know, your baby.
My baby, as Neil calls
We keep saying that your
My
your
baby.
and it's an awesome product. And Rachel, you just started using it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fairly new, this product, actually. It hasn't been out for that long. Actually, I think last time that I saw you,
It was
just had gotten
coming
it.
out. Yeah, it just came out. Yeah.
So what is it you like about it as far as using it?
It really helps me get through those last extra reps. It kind of blocks the pain receptors.
No, that's an accurate word. Is
Okay.
to dummy it down. What she said. With what is that pain? Lactic acid. So the main ingredient that we put in here was peak ATP, and that's what blocks lactic acid, right? So when we're all doing these long workouts, what blocks us on quads? The lactic acid builds up. You can't go anymore. So the peak ATP was in a product about, God, we're talking like 2007. That was the only thing they put in there. Unfortunately, you know as we all know, you can't come out with just like arginine. No one's just going to buy arginine. They want the whole
Mix
garbage
it with
basket,
something,
you know, the
yeah.
whole grocery store in one, so it never made it. And then when I was with AMS, we came out with a product called hypertrophic X. One of the best products, though, it was made anti-fatigue. The only mistake they made was it should have been geared towards what? CrossFit. Those guys are doing 1,000 reps, boom, 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 boom. If we had marketed that way, because there was no stimulant in it, it was leucine, which is a great protein synthesis. We had peak ATP. We had Uhimbi at 4 milligrams. Do you know how expensive Uhimbi is alone? We had 4 milligrams. We had 200 milligrams of peak ATP. So you take 4 pills, it would block lactic acid, right? So when I was winning the pound for pound strongest bodybuilders, and I won the Olympian, the flex, what do you think I was taking? I was doing 30 reps with 405, 30 reps with 405 on a deadlift. And this is what blocks lactic acid. And then we took it one step forward. When I talked to Neil, I said, you got to try this thing. So he took peak ATP alone, loved it. And then we strapped citrulline malate on top of it. He's got a little bit of arginine in there. And then he loves to talk about neurotropics. Now, when you think about fatigue, what happens? You lose focus, you lose energy, you lose power. And that's where the combination of the neurotropics keep you alert, keep you focused. The citrulline malate, we all know, helps keep your body going. I call it like a catalytic converter for energy. It keeps circulating the energy so you don't burn out. And the PKT was blocking lactic acid. So when you think about how you would take it, are you going to take it after your workout like Jay Cutler did? No, it's not a replenishing thing, right? But would you take it before? Yeah, because you want to get a little bit in the system. So I might say put a half a scoop in your pre-workout and sip on a full thing, or reverse it, put a full scoop in your workout, in your pre-workout, and then take a half a scoop and go through.
So definitely pre/intra.
Yeah.
Yep. And that's
We
depending
mix it with the pre-workout.
and then you can have a little, if you want to put a little bit in your water, taking this is now, would this work in an arm workout? No, right? Because we're not doing a high volume of training. So you think about like that, when the pump product comes out with bar, you're gonna stack the pre-workout with a pump product because you want to get a nasty pump in your arms. We don't want a nasty pump in our legs because we can't finish.
continue, yeah.
So you gotta think, this is where, which we talk about all the products that's coming as one. When you'd have Energize, are you doing legs and back? You can put Invigorate in. If you're doing like a chest workout or arm workout, you take the pump product and you put it within the chest. So that's what we're trying to talk about. That's why when you talk with me and Neil, we never let any product counteract a main. You can take the BCA with all of them. You can take the pre and the pump, but you gotta remember, do I want more of a pump or an anti-fatigue? And that's why we're talking about how to work it. And again,
you need to have a chart, dude.
That's the type of thing is when we do have them all coming out, we're definitely going to gear towards, you know, targeting taking like a stack.
Yeah.
You'll take, you know, energize, invigorate this for
that's a great idea to have a chart based on body part. For this body part, you can take this and this. You know,
if you have like a high volume. And again, it comes down to trying to figure out how you train. And like, I don't like to talk technical because to me, I believe you really know what you're talking about. You can dummy it down to A plus B equals C. You know, everybody can talk about the mitochondria and, you know, protein synthesis, but you got to talk layman's to someone like, what's this going to do? In the quick and easy going into the store, you only have a minute to talk to them. So that's when you have to make it simple. And again, it's for a leg workout, high volume. Like again, CrossFit, it's great. There's nothing in here that's going to like fail a drug test or anything. So if you found this stuff and you're doing it in CrossFit, awesome. You know what I mean? So again, it's kind of like HIIT. Anybody does HIIT cardio, your legs burn out. This won't let your legs burn out. It's for high intensity lactic acid things. So think about what we do is I want my arms to get pumped. I don't want to keep going because they're a short pump muscle. So that's how it has to be geared towards. And again, I'm already jumping ahead to the pump workout because I'm trying to show you every product that we do can go together. There's no kind of
ingredients overlap.
This right here is 4. The pre-workout is 6. So you're getting 10 grams of citrulline malate in between the two. And that's what I'm trying to show you is Jay would say it's overstacked, but he's just jealous because he hits you. I had to say it, Jay, you know that. But that just gives you a layman's of like, we're always thinking ahead how to combine the two and not overlap so that, you know, there's no thing. We have other products coming where, you know, glucose support, you know, and it's going to go back to old school stuff because vanadyl sulfate, RALA, they work. You just have to know how much, when. You know, and we talked about like, use vanadyl, for example, you only have so much a day. So we have to make sure that dose in there, if someone takes it twice a day, doesn't go into toxin, which is like 75 milligrams. So it might have to be like 25 and 25, so it stays under the thing, you know. So
very cool.
We're always thinking ahead.
Thanks for this, D. Appreciate it, man. Bye, Rachel. Thanks for being here today.
Thank you.
Hi, Big D. Where are we going, man?
So, you know, we all know there's a nutrition crates across the street. Well, they unfortunately went out of business, and now we have Cali which I hope I don't mess up the name, but I came over here a couple weeks ago and I loved it. They just got really clean food. Right across from the street, we got clean bowls, dirty bowls, Nutella, everything you have. But it's cool because the owners of the place actually train across the street.
Awesome.
Which is, I didn't really know this. Yeah, I see you every day in the gym. I'm like, you never say hi, you know. But
well, you got it made, man. We walked here, so it's perfect.
Too is the Mitchell is the owner. He actually trains with Pete Ciccone, and his wife trains with Marissa. So it's kind of like a thing, and they kind of know about the food, and they're learning about like measuring it up, like type of thing. And Pete's been talking with them, use less oils and stuff like that.
Nice.
The guy owns another one like 8 years, so they're going to be here for a long time. So we want to be able to support.
Awesome. You know? Let's go check it out. Yeah, man.
We're going to have the outside porch out.
Nice.
So they're really new right now. So
how long have they been open?
I think like 3 weeks or something.
Okay, cool. Really very cool. All right. Hi, smile. You're on Jay Cutler TV. Very cool. Thanks for having us, guys. Yeah. Derek's been raving about your place. So.
Explain what you guys have here to eat.
Yeah, of course. We got a little bit of everything. We specialize in Vietnamese banh mi sandwiches. So that means it comes with cucumber on a French baguette with daikon and fresh cilantro. So you get a choice of meat there. Those are our most popular option. We also got Cali bowls. And you get a choice of brown rice, white rice, or rice noodles for the base. There's a little salad in there as well. And then you get your choice of meat on top. And we've got a lot of really good options. Other than that, we've got our traditional spring rolls, all made in-house, fresh to order. We specialize in blended drinks. You can get anything with boba in it if you'd like. We also do have a protein option in there too if you'd like that.
Well, you're like a pro, man. She knew exactly what to say. I know, she's winging it. Very cool. Yeah. So give the address of this place. Do you know it by heart?
I don't.
You don't know it?
No, but
it's right across the street from Walls Gym in San Diego, so we can't. Yeah,
we got our menu here. Here's our address on Garnett. We do have another location on Convoy, but 2830 Garnett Avenue, Suite 100.
Very cool. Across Walls Gym. There you go. All right. Thank you so much for having us.
Yeah.
Hi, you guys. So we are in San Diego today for episode 3 of Defying Limits. And I got my good buddy Derek, who just beat the crap out of me in his office. So we're getting some food right now before they're gonna go train. And
Bruce is on it.
his beautiful girl Rachel is here, which we met last time, the first time we shot. We're gonna hear a little bit more about them today. So Dee, today I want to talk a little bit about something that we never talked about before, even though I've known you all these years. We talked about bodybuilding countless times. We talked about you discovering Jay. We talked about so many different things, but we never really talked about. We know you love superheroes. But we never really talked about why you got into bodybuilding in the first place. So I want to go back a little bit and talk about not so much your childhood, but why did you get into bodybuilding? What was the appeal? Is it because you were in sports? Is it because, just tell me what the reason is.
I mean, the biggest thing too is like, if you see my height being short, you know, so you're always limited to sports, whether you're big, small. I love basketball. Ain't gonna happen. But I still played up to like I was senior in high school. I'd still play because I loved it. But you know, it's not in the cards to go play.
Were you good?
For my, I mean, I played on like pickup leagues like that, and they loved me because I was a team player. I'd be like, I knew how to drive to the hoop, but I knew how to pass, this, you know, be open, defense, and all that. But I mean, when you're up against a guy who's 6 feet tall,
You're limited.
Yeah, limited. So I knew, but I loved it as a game playing. But all coming up, I noticed that I was always like individual sports. I did BMX for years. I played street hockey, but it was always that thing when you watch sports, you have to rely on somebody else. Then I got into wrestling, which is one of my biggest loves. Unfortunately, at my school, they dropped wrestling when I was a freshman, so I didn't get to do it till like junior, senior year. But I love that individual, everything's on your shoulders type of thing. And when I was wrestling in high school, I decided the first year I decided to go in. They canceled like 2 months later. I'm mad, you know, I can't do anything. They took us in a gym class. And we had that old universal machine that was in everybody's school with the stacks of weight.
Yeah.
So we're in there and they're doing, we have 2 female gym teachers and a male gym teacher. The male gym teacher used to be the wrestling coach. So this one girl is killing everyone in the leg press. She's stacking the most, right? Little former gymnast. So the guy goes, Derek, you got to beat this girl. She's showing all the guys up, you know. And I go in and it's like, she has 600 pounds on the universal machine, you know. She's pushing it. They put out 600. I do like 20 reps, right? I'm like, this is easy. They put the stack on, and I'm stacking it. I remember I used to race BMX, so my legs had gotten very big from them. So I'm stacking this thing, going like, wow. And everybody's like, this is, you know, that's awesome. Oh my God. And then I did, you know what? This is pretty cool. Like, I can do this myself. There's no limitations to height and that. So started reading the magazines. We had a little gym open up by our house. Went down and I just got like big. I would read the magazines backwards and forwards. Everything you do, I'd be doing incline fly, flat fly. You know, I imagine like 50 sets of things, but like reading why and what. And then sure enough, I got kicked out of that gym because I squatted 400 at like 16 years old.
Wow.
And then luckily we had a lawyer there who like kind of mentored me a little bit and kind of said, why are you throwing him out now? And basically said, if you're going to throw him out, I'm going to represent him. So I just had to kind of like tone it down. And then thank God I got my license. Fast forward to like more of a corporate type of gyms like World Gym and them. Went in, you know, and then I just loved it. You know, I mean, superhero thing was always into it. I used to watch professional wrestling. So it's always those bigger to life, people like Hulk Hogan with the big arms, you know, Macho Man, you know, all the type of guys with muscle. And you saw they came to life, and that's what like attracted to me.
Well, you told me off camera, but you know, we always joke around, especially with Jay and Team Midge and all that stuff. Yeah, we're having a lot of fun with it. But you know, when you're younger and you go through high school, and you know how it is that you want to get accepted in high school and stuff. You were.
Oh yeah, I remember when I was.
It was tough for you.
Younger, it was no big deal. When I lived in New Hampshire, you know, new kid, and the thing was in there. My mom had married a new man. He's my stepfather. You know, in this decent area, go to school. I'm the shortest guy. You know, and they always pick on the little ones. So I was running home, and right back then, I was running home almost a mile home.
Wow.
I walked a really crappy road. I walked down like quarter of a mile, across this crazy bridge over the National. I mean, it was a narrow bridge, cut through a main street, and right now, so I would be running almost a mile home to not get beat up. Got in one fight. Thank God I didn't get killed. I kind of won until like I started crying after because I was like, you know, I got punched in the head a couple times, and then fast forward, we moved to Massachusetts. Same thing happened.
Wow. How old were you?
I'd be what, 7, almost 8.
Oh,
kind of going like second, third grade. And I went there, instead of getting jumped by one kid, I got jumped by 4 kids.
Oh, God.
So, I'll never forget this story my dad did. My stepdad was 6'8". My mom was 4'11". Everyone knew my mom because we lived in this town and she was all her life. So my dad drove me to every one of their houses on a Saturday. And was like, knocked on the door, is Kevin here? Yep. Your son's going to fight my son. Because he wants to jump my son, for home, they're going to fight. And of course the parents are like, no. But here's the choice. Either they're going to fight or I'm going to fight you. And my father's 6'8", because I'm going to take my size 13 and shove it up your ass. So and then like the first one was his mother was involved in the high school. So they assured him like, we apologize, we didn't like that. So they, and this kid was named Kevin Farley. I sat behind him for the next 10 years.
Wow.
And maybe by the senior year, he's like, "Do you remember when we got that fight in 3rd grade?" And we became friends, And I went to everyone's house. He took me to the other kid's house. My father said, da-da-da. The guy closed the door. Went to this one. This was the interesting one. This father wasn't going to back down. He was a former football player, about 6'1". He was going to fight my dad. They would go and fight. The mom comes up, "What the hell is going on?"
Oh my God.
And when they found out that Matt was involved in jumping, the father stopped and says, "I'm sorry, I'll take care of this." Because what it was is that they didn't realize that 4 kids jumped me. They thought it was one-on-one. So they came by that. So I dealt with that up until that type of point.
Do you think that has anything to do with you getting into bodybuilding?
No, because I mean, what happened was when I got into junior high, this was what's funny was the junior high and the high school were connected. So the high school girls always thought I was just like, "Oh, look at the cute little guy," like this and that. So what do you think the boys did? If I'm friends with the little guy, the girls will like me.
So you became popular.
I became all the high school kids. All the high school kids kind of took me on.
Your mom told me that, actually.
All the high school kids took me on, and I got rides home from like juniors. "Oh, Derek, come with us," because then the girl would come,
Nice.
So then what happened was I think it's just more of, when I went to that gym that one time and lifted the weight, and I used to watch wrestling and those, I loved like you said, the endorphin feeling. But the shortness thing was just that it was ideal for me. Franco Colombo, look at Danny Padilla, who's always one of my favorites. Like, you look at those foods, I'm like, this is awesome. And then going to the gym, I'd go down and try it. And I had a couple of friends that trained with me. But what happened was they kept falling off. And the more I trained, the more I just loved it. I was like, this is something I can do. And then I kept learning about reading the books and reading the books and reading the books. And like, at the end of magazines, I still have 4 crates in my house of the old ones, which is still the best ones, But like, I loved it because every time you went to the gym, you're building your. Remember, I went to art school too. So to me, when you're awesome. You're kind of sculpting your body, and that's what it was. It's like, at the younger time, there was, I didn't know what drugs were and all that, and I'm like, how do I sculpt this body? 3-dimensional coming at it, and you'd read like Leo Brother was one of the best ones to read about diet, and that's what I would do is just read about that type of thing. It was like changing the body at 3-dimensional, and I just loved it because it's like, I love to do art, I love to do that. So I was transferring what I did on paper alive. You know what I mean? It's just,
that's awesome.
I mean, I could say that that getting beat up thing was like one thing, but I mean, when I grew up, I always pick up my height. I'm the shortest guy around. I used to start picking on, and then no one cared.
I'm glad it didn't affect more you.
First up till maybe 3rd grade, and then which I only did for a year and a half.
Wow.
And then the rest, no problem.
All right, good for you, man. Rachel, tell me a little bit about your journey. Why did you get into lifting, and how old were you and stuff?
Well, I started my journey in 2015. Started lifting.
Wow.
Yeah, so it hasn't been too long, 3.5 years or so.
I saw you before and after, by the way, which was on Instagram recently. That's amazing.
So pretty much my whole life I've always wanted to be an athlete. I wanted to do sport, but I was terrible at everything that I tried. I was in soccer, I was in karate, I was on the swim team.
And you sucked at everything.
Yeah, my parents lied to me.
What do you mean?
They were very supportive.
You can do anything you want, they would tell
you. You did so good. You took last place. No,
those are good parents.
I wanted to be an athlete. I was never good at anything. And although my dad was very supportive, I'll never forget. He told me, he'd tell me frequently actually, that you're too short to play tennis, you're too short to play basketball, you're too short to do anything. And I'm like, well, what the hell can I do then? So anyways, I got into college, and all through middle school and high school, I suffered from body image issues. I was overweight, I always got teased.
It's tough high school.
I was the victim. I would always played the victim role in several situations. And I wanted to, a lot of women can relate when it comes to clothing. When you see other women wear, cute crop tops and shorts, and I would go out and buy them, and then I'd put them on and realize, oh no, you cannot wear, I don't look good in this. So I'd have clothes sitting in my closet with tags on it, and literally, I can't make this up, one day I woke up in 2015 and I was scrolling through Instagram and I was looking at these fitness models, and I just told myself, I want to look like that. I'm gonna cut everybody out that is not gonna help me get to where I want to be, and I'm going to look like that. And I had no idea how, but I just was like, okay, well, here we go. So I went to Cal State LA, so I went to the school gym and I started doing cardio. I started playing around with the weights, and then I invested some money in a personal trainer at 24 Hour Fitness who introduced me to how to squat properly, how to, you know, just the basic stuff, yeah, so I wouldn't injure myself. And then I found myself just creating a routine. Everybody in college was going out to the bar, and I was like, well, I'm gonna go to the gym. It could have been 12 o'clock at night, 1 o'clock at night, but I started to fall in love with that. The feeling of that, the endorphins, and you know, bettering yourself. Exactly. So I started slowly seeing changes, and the slight changes were so exciting to me. So then I started surrounding myself with other people that were working out, reaching out to other bodybuilders, just trying to gain knowledge, and then in August of 2015, like 3 years ago from this month actually, I went to the Anaheim Fit Expo, and I met Jabbar out of Iron Addicts, and he's related to C.T. Fletcher, and he kind of pulled me aside and said, hey, I see something in you. And so he invited me to Iron Addicts, and I trained with him. He put me through a real workout, a hardcore lifting workout, full body. And he showed me what it was like to really truly lift intensely. No AC, you know, it wasn't a comfortable gym, but it was hardcore iron, loud music, and I fell in love with that environment. And eventually he talked me into doing my first show. Nice. But I had always had a very box-shaped body, which is part of the reason I was insecure. No women in my family have hips. I, you know, hold all my fat in my stomach. I had a double chin. I mean, I just was so uncomfortable with the way I looked, and I realized that through bodybuilding, I could shape my physique the way I wanted to. That I didn't always have to be box shape. I can build a larger back. I can keep my waist tiny. I can grow my glutes. I can, you know, widen my quads so that I look like I have a V taper. Even though that's not the way that I was born. And so, and it's you're constantly building yourself. You accomplish one thing, and then it's on to the next. And I fell in love with that chase, and it kind of just became, you know, a little bit of an addiction. Yeah. And so
she won't take a day off, she says.
Yeah, it got to a point, I would say, like in 2016, 17ish. I didn't know how to take a day off. I was going to the gym twice a day.
Are you helping her with this? Since you guys are together now,
2 days off a week.
Great.
He's taught me a lot. He's taught me about balance.
Good.
Because I was too hard on myself, and I was neglecting.
I would yell.
Well, we all do that, D. You know when you get started.
Well, no. But she was just. But the thing was, there's a difference between being hard on yourself and then.
No. What I mean, we all overtrain. We all overdo everything when we get started.
Oh yeah.
You have years behind you.
But she was at the point where. No, but she was at. When she came here, it wasn't overtraining. It was the way she looked at herself. Like the body image was still there.
Yeah, of course.
She complained. I'm like, what are you talking about? Because I kind of said like 3 days ago she'd be talking this way, and what it just was, she has 2 degrees. She's a really, when she does something, she's really doing something. She's like for the millennium. This is a person who's actually really working. 2 degrees. She works 15 hours a day and got to the gym twice. You know what I mean? So when she was doing that, I'm like, you need to get out of that effing job. You're working 15 hours a day, and you can't do what you want to do. Right. Now she has a great job that's, levels her off. But, like right now, we competed. I did my 2 shows. She came with me. She got turned off from competing. And now she's learning how to, train her body for what she like for her, not to impress a judge. Right. She doesn't have to get on stage and look better. Now she's learning how to, build your body for you. If you want to compete, go compete. Right. But now she doesn't have to get in shape to look the way she wants. Yeah. We did photo shoots together and that type of thing. She was like 8 pounds away from what she weighed from her show last time. I know, she was great. Eating pizza and Pop-Tarts on Sunday, and then went right back to the diet. Because I was trying to teach her, you can have this food as long as it's balanced in your body. You can use this food to balance your body out. You know what I mean? That's the thing is, you know, she's not a lazy person. It's more of like letting her step back and saying,
you
see how good you are?
Yeah.
You know, you're not getting sleep. So if I point out, like right now, she slept 7 hours in the last 2 days.
Wow.
Is her weight up? Of course it is. Her cortisol's up.
Yeah.
Her body's holding water. That's okay, because come Sunday, she'll sleep in, and her weight will be down. There'll be a big smile on her face, and like I have to get her to know, like, ride the ugly wave, because we've always said, I've been there, Jason, we've all had those things where you run it, and she just has to learn, like, believe it or not, like right now, if she eats more today, she'll weigh less tomorrow. And that's what we get feared of.
It's great she has you for that, because you have the experience. You know.
Well, the balance is so important, because like I said, I didn't have that balance. It was all or nothing. No cheat meals. You know, cardio for an hour a day. And then weight training for 2 hours a day. And I mean, there was no exceptions.
Because you're excited, but it's counterproductive.
But I still have the same.
You know, it's a healthy addiction at least, right?
But I still have the same fire you guys have. That.
I know.
If I go in the gym for that 1 hour, it's like if I don't train on Wednesdays, I'm a little more irritable on a Wednesday than on other days, because like I'm watching you train, I'm training her, I'm training him, and I'm sitting back here going, I can't train. But I know I have to, because my body says I need to rest. But I do, like when I train certain people, I'm like, I love training him, because when I'm training him, I'm kind of training. Like I'll go in and get, like I have a 57-year-old guy, like, you know, Tom.
You live through him.
When I train this guy, he comes in, he's 57. All right, Derek, what are we gonna do? I mean, I can put 6,000 plates on the thing, kill him, he lays on the floor. Thank you so much. Every time after he thanks me, and I that's where I feed off was this guy hired me. He goes, Derek, I wish I had you 3 years ago watching me in the gym. But now it's the most fun to train this guy. He comes in the gym, runs his own construction. When he comes in the door, he is the happiest.
I know this guy. You introduced me to him last time.
He's such a happy.
He's awesome.
And those people like he gets it. You know, he wants to keep doing shows. I'm like, you gotta step. I mean, he's like Rachel. He wants, but he wants to keep doing shows.
I know.
I'm like, you gotta step back to do it. And now he's like listening, but I know, and that's where like I like to mentor people, whether it's young, old, but even like the new pros and stuff. I've been in this sport for 29 years.
I know.
I've been a pro for 17 years.
Wow.
I burned out more pros who competed for 3 years to be the next big thing, and they're gone. Because they don't have longevity, and that's learning like how to balance your job, your balance, recreate yourself 1, 2, 3 times, you know.
Important things I've learned in the last 3 years, and these lessons came from Derik, was number one, you don't have to do everything right away. Like a lot of people my age, I'm 27, and everyone wants everything to happen right now for them. They want their pro card right now, you know, and I was like that too. I won the overall, and I'm like, okay, now I got to go to nationals. Well, who was I kidding? I wasn't ready for nationals, you know. So it's about enjoying the journey, which is why I took the year off, and I still plan on taking another year, maybe 2, who knows. But I love the journey and doing the photo shoots and doing the videos and building a name for myself. It's all about building up to that moment, and everyone just wants to skip that building process and go straight.
That's what tells your story. That's
you have to have a story.
One of the most famous persons to talk about is who's page 1 right now, Jay Cutler TV. What made him so popular was those losses he had at the Olympia. Those 4 losses in a row made him, because we all wanted to see this damn guy who was on those videos 24/7, tunnel vision. You watch those videos. I mean, you look at Jay now and Jay back then. He's totally different. He was in the zone in those videos, and no one would work harder than him. He would, you know, dot the I's, cross the T's, and come back and come back and come back. And Ronnie was unbelievable. You know, he's up against this guy who's one of the best ever. But that's what built it, was they wanted to see this guy. Can you break the hurdle? But it built a story. We watched him go from, you know, he did 2001 and he walked away. And he went back, and like I said, he didn't have to get the Olympia right now. He went back and he built his name. He won the Ironmans, he won the Arnolds, and then he came back and says, okay, I'm ready. I'm coming back to get him. And that was the story, was he took time off, which actually made him look better, right? Because he took out time. Come back, Jake. No, I'm okay. I'm going to come over here, get myself ready, and when I'm ready to come back in, I want to be able to compete against him, not just stand next to him.
So be patient.
Yeah, and that's what the hers was. Even like talking about anybody like her, why do you have to do a show? Why do you have to compete? With the way that social media is right now, just getting in shape and like having a good attitude, or like if giving back to the people, that's what's going to go. Is if she's this little short fat girl and now she's here, all that way she's enjoying doing that. If a show comes in it, do a show.
Well, in the midst of doing all that, you learn the balance in your diet, because like I said, I was all or nothing with my diet. Derik taught me that it's okay not to be afraid of cheating, because it'll drive you crazy if you don't do it.
Right.
And being someone who started out overweight, you become afraid of food. Once you lose weight, you get so scared of gaining that weight back that you always see that fat person in the mirror. Especially after you eat something bad. And reality is, you can have that cheat and nothing is going to happen to you.
You had cheats.
I can have cheats.
But
you learn to balance it, and that's the most important part of the journey, and that's what makes it so much fun.
That's awesome. I mean, and you still agree right now. You have no show looming, nothing. You just did a killer, two videos. Go check them out on our Facebook. You just got admitted as an athlete for Bar Nutrition as well. Congratulations! I saw that. So a lot of good things are happening along the way.
With no show.
With nothing.
Yeah.
So it's great because you are building your brand. You are making progress. You're obviously happy doing it. So that you're right. That is about the journey and making yourself happy every day, leading up to whatever goal you want to have.
Compete, you can really enjoy it, because everyone's like, oh, I just want this thing over.
Because let's face it, competing can be a miserable process. You have to learn how to enjoy it.
You know what's funny is, as you're saying all this, you remind me of an interview that I did with Rico McClinton. And the reason why Rico McClinton quit bodybuilding.
I mean, I watched Rico. I have magazines with him.
He was training with Flex and Paul Dillett and Cormier.
Right next to
Do you know why he stopped competing? He told me. He says because he chased that win for so long that when he finally won,
then what?
He was very unfulfilled. And he said, you know what? This is not what I thought it was going to be. And he never competed again after that.
Yeah, and that's how I felt after I won my overall. I mean, it was a great feeling of accomplishment, and I'm like, okay, I can go pro. But then when I stepped back and I looked at my life, I'm like, I'm setting aside everything. I love my job. I like working. I love my relationship, and I'm sacrificing so much for what?
I mean, Rico was always smiling.
Yeah.
He was one of the group right there.
Yep.
You always saw him in the background smiling. I mean,
he's back to smiling now. I think he likes it like that.
I saw some videos of him.
Yeah.
Like years ago.
Always goofing off.
He's always smiling. It's like he's happy, and that's what you forget about it. It's like that's why I said you have to compete when you're happy. And it's there. You can't force it because either you're in a good position. There's still bad days.
Yeah.
You know, I know. Like you'll be like, oh, I've got 3 days at low. I gotta work, I'm not sleeping, anything can come in and wreck it, and you have to accept it. You can't be saying to me, I want this over. I mean, I hear millions of people say, like, you want this over, but you want a pro card. Because when you go from here to pro card, you go from the little pond to the ocean.
You gotta start all over again.
Big shark. But in the pond, there's no sharks in the pond. In the ocean, you have orca whales, and you have big sharks, and you have whales. So you're going into, like, you actually sometimes, these clients don't get it. When they go pro, they compete against their own coach because their coach is a figure. And I'm like, you know, you're gonna sit next to your coach in a minute, right?
Yeah.
And they go like, well, and I'm like, grow into it. Like, do more shows so you can learn how to lose and come back in adversity. But if you keep winning, which there are some people who are phenoms, but if you can't win, you have to learn how to lose.
That's right.
And come back, go into a thing. But don't go compete in the USA's or the Nationals because you want to rinky-dink show on the street.
Right.
You got to go to, like, because I mean, you're up against the best of the best. And it's $1,500 to do a national show.
Yep.
And then what happens? You go there and you get the worst taste in your mouth because you weren't ready. Why didn't someone tell you, go watch the show first, or at least hold the pictures up and look at the top 10 and say, can I fit into this top 10? No, I can't. So why am I going to go there and test the water?
That's right.
You know, and that's the thing.
It's a lot of money to test the water.
I know.
That's what I say. That's exactly.
Good advice, you guys. Thank you so much for talking today.